Yeah. You fucking, I'm not ready.
I wish it didn't tell you though. I wish it was more discreet.
Wish your mom was more discreet. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
Actually, I can't say that about your mom. Your mom seems like a very lovely woman, like genuinely. I love her.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
What's it like to have people love your mom more than you, Ian?
It's kind of weird. To be honest,
you guys hear me through the mic?
Oh, you sound crisp
look at
now.
you.
Guys, for some reason.
Well.
Our boy, he's sounding so nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy. That was his nickname in high school.
All right, Samoan Jaguar, calm yourself.
I forgot about that. Samoan Jaguar.
It's still on my phone. You're still in my contact as Samoan Jaguar.
Samoan Jaguar. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Samoan Jaguar was my nickname in high school. So
it wasn't, but it is now.
Hyram, why are you staring at the screen like it owes you $20? What's going on, homie?
Oh.
What happened?
Our boy.
Did you just dip?
That's what happens when you threaten money with the Jew.
With the Jew. I gotta send another goddamn invite.
The...
Damn it, Hyram, we're recording.
You don't have to send out another invite. You can just add him in, I think.
Faux shizzle? Well, I don't know how I...
Pretty sure.
Because he has to, like, join.
Oh, yeah.
Is he back in?
No, click on participants, and there's invite, and then you should be able to put in his email again.
Homie, that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
All right. God, sorry for womansplaining. Oh, man.
Should we just start the episode without him?
No, I feel so bad. You know me. I feel guilty about everything that is not my fault. And is my fault.
This is going to be the first episode where there's actually video of us. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're the first
fucking terrible. Ew, you should have given me warning.
Bro.
Should I do my makeup while I'm on camera? Let's see.
Hyram,
no, never mind. Right,
Hyram, I'm sorry, Hyram.
Damn
I'm sorry for that comment. I didn't mean to trigger you.
I had to leave.
Are you feeling better now, Hyram?
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything whenever, I don't know if you guys could hear me. And so I just had to, like, whenever my microphone was plugged in, I couldn't hear anything. So.
Oh, I said a lot of bad things about you, so I'm glad you didn't
Ian
hear.
was being racist.
Yeah, I was being racist.
Yeah, so I just disconnected and tested audio out somewhere else.
I know why. Because it's trying to send the audio out through your microphone. You have to change that in the settings, but we can do that some other time.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you about it later, because I had to do that too. It was trying to send audio through the microphone, and so I couldn't hear things for a long time until the settings. I changed it in the settings.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. We're trying something new. We're trying to show you guys our beautiful faces, and by the way, we're recording, Hyram, and
saw that.
And we're having some technical difficulties, but hopefully we solve them now.
I'm a whole difficulty.
So, Leo, not a sponsor.
At least I didn't have to say it.
Look, anytime I'm on the podcast, it's just fit hits the shan so hard.
Fit hits the shan?
Yeah, it's like shit hits the fan, but PG-13.
Oh, okay, cool. So you said it on purpose. All right, cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to censor myself for the children.
Hey, fuck the shuck up, please. Fuck the shuck up.
So all right, whatever.
Well, are we ready to begin? Are we all comfortable in our places?
We're ready.
I'm never comfortable, but I'm ready.
All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Taboo podcast. Bruh.
We got Bob Marley with us too.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Taboo podcast, where we talk about things that aren't supposed to be talked about. I'm your host with the most, Ian, and we got our co-host and our lovely Jew friend,
That's me.
Hyram, the Jew full. God damn it. Well, anyway, and we got
It's completely.
our awesome, amazing friend Noel back on the podcast for
I'm all
Yeah.
right.
wait, no, shut up. I haven't introduced you yet. For God damn it. Shit. Okay. Nothing happened. All right. So we're having Noel back on the podcast to talk about witchcraft. All right, now you can speak, Noel.
Ooh.
I'm here. Hi, hello. I'm okay. I am dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire. Of the highest order.
And I'm the
I'm the-
Samoan Jaguar.
yeah. Christ. Thank you
Yeah,
guys for having me back on the podcast.
of course.
I missed y'all.
Yeah. Miss you guys too, man.
Sitting here with pillows. That's why.
Ah. This is all new. We're all new to this.
Yeah, we're all in different states. Last
Yep.
time we were all together, weird shit happened.
I do not
we
regret
will- I regret it a little bit.
it.
But I
When-
regret 90% of the things I do, so it's okay.
Well, at least you got 10% of stuff you don't regret. So
Yeah, man. That's just surviving.
Surviving in school.
Yeah, I gotta regret school. There are moments.
Yeah, me too.
The all-nighters, the 3 a.m. essays.
oh shit! I'm glad I don't have to
Caffeine
do that.
addiction.
I'm glad I don't have to do that for a couple years, man. Jeesh.
Yeah, good for you. It's been nice to have a break.
Heck yeah.
Oh, that's right. Both of you, because Hyram, you got another semester to graduate, and then Noel, you're going for your master's, homie.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Master's in witchcraft. I mean, psychology.
It's basically the same thing. I think.
Same difference. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people would say they're very similar. So it's, at this point, I'll take whatever. Witchcraft sounds cooler, so I'll take that one.
Yeah, and you
Master-
should know a thing or two about witchcraft too, since you got your degree in psychology.
Yeah. I am a
The dark
gentleman and a scholar now.
That's true.
And I have all
vouch for this.
I have the power of anime and God on my side now.
I haven't seen
leave.
that one yet.
Can I leave? I'm
Gotta
asking
ask.
permission because I don't have my rights anymore. Sorry.
Don't have your
Okay.
rights. Shut up, Noel.
I don't have my rights.
Don't speak unless you're spoken to.
Fuck, you're right. Sorry, sir. Okay, I'm gonna. All right, go yourself. Note to self: don't encourage Ian.
Take it as far as he can.
Honestly, yeah, I should know better by now.
I'm just saying, loaded gun. That's all I'm saying. Say the wrong
Loaded
shit and I'll
gun.
fire.
This is all
Please,
being
I don't
recorded.
have any blinds. Please, I'd start there. I'm in the basement.
Right.
The basement. So
Basement.
I'm in the upstairs.
Ooh,
So
And
and
I'm
then
on-
Ian's in the middle.
Ground level.
Yeah. Oh my god.
we got it all.
Heck
Three
yeah.
different shapes, three different
levels, my man.
You know, it actually makes sense. I'm a woman and a half breed, so I'm in the basement. Ian's just mixed race, so he's in the middle. Then Hyram, the white boy, top floor, baby.
Hyram's mixed too. What are you talking about?
I'm the upper echelons of mixed.
Oh, because he's
Oh, I
got
love that word. I'm sorry. I love echelons. Echelons is my favorite word ever. Hyram, you just made my entire evening.
I just love echelon.
Oh,
I just love
it's
echelon.
such a good word. Such a good word.
It is a good word. Marsupial. That's another good word.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
Can I tweet that?
Yes, sir.
Marsupial. That's another great word. Hyram Fuller.
Drop your
It
damn.
lives here.
Well,
This guy.
So Noel, you're a practicing witch.
Yeah. Yeah, in a sense. It's I define myself more as a witch when it comes to using herbs and practicing with herbs. Whereas with divination, I see that more as connecting with my Native American roots, which Hyram knows about because that's what I talked about in cross-cultural psychology, the class that we had together. Yeah, the divination part of it is, I feel, the way that was socially acceptable for me as a white presenting Native American female to kind of learn how to connect with above and beyond whatever that may be. And then just with the herbs and stuff, I enjoy the kitchen witch, green witch fuckery. Okay. Sorry, Ian's laughing and is throwing me. I can see you, bitch.
Oh, because I'm losing my shit right now. Like, I almost choked, I burped, I hit my knee on the desk. I'm having a moment right now. So okay, so you said that you made this distinction between herb use and divination. Is that correct, or did I mishear you?
No, yeah, that is correct. I feel that it is very different for me. However, there are definitely practicing witches that use divination and herbs in their same sense. For me, just with how I feel connected to witchcraft and my culture, they feel vastly different.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I had a question to kind of start, because I'm not too familiar with witchcraft. I don't really know anything about it, actually. But I do think, I just want to clarify, are there different types of witchcraft? Are there different like beliefs with witchcraft? Or is it all just kind of like the same?
I would say it's almost like any religion. The best example is under the general scope of Christianity. There's Lutheran, there's Catholic, there's just a general Christian, and then Catholics have their own sub branches. So the overall endearing term of being a witch or practicing witchcraft is however you feel most connected, whether it be with Wicca, or paganism.
Okay.
Yeah. So from those, there are the many sub branches and a lot of different labels for what kind of, I guess, in a sense, practitioner that you are. So with me being a kitchen witch, I enjoy using a lot of kitchen herbs like basil. I don't know why the second word that came to my head was the little one spice that I cannot say. Damn it, I'm just thrown off. But yeah, just using. I can say oregano. I want to say it, but I know it's going to be a stutter, and I'm just going to lose my mind and train of thought. So just going to leave that there. But yeah, that's more for me being a kitchen witch, being able to create my own sense of, I want to have some financial prosperity, so I'll add this ingredient into some moon water or sun water, and just do some candle work alongside of it. And it can all be done in the kitchen, which is what I like about it, especially because, no pun intended, that's where I thrive. That's where I belong. I love the kitchen. I love cooking. So I'm already in there almost 24/7. I'm also a fat girl, so it's really nice to be able to just have my own space that is my kitchen and still be able to have everything that I need in there.
Yeah.
And then all my divination stuff is in my room because I feel like that's where I feel most connected to being able to have the privacy and whatnot. So yeah.
Okay. And that kind of, I feel like, fits with your personality of being a very structured person. You have your kitchen witch stuff in the kitchen, and then your divination stuff fits in this box in your room. Like this goes here, this goes here, and it's organized. That's Noel. So
Yeah, Hyram's just calling out my OCD. Yeah. that is very true though.
Personality trait. That's that organization. I do too.
Yes.
So, and let's back up just a step too. What is witchcraft exactly?
So witchcraft is the practice of, the way I like to define it, and you can ask any other witch, Wiccan, pagan, any of these questions, and they could be similar, they can be completely different based on what they believe witchcraft is.
Mhm.
But I see witchcraft as the ability to create magic from X, Y, and Z. So
Okay.
in my examples of the kitchen and the herbs, being able to create magic from herbs, being able to create magic from divination. And when I talk about magic, I'm not saying strictly like something that appears out of thin air. I see it
Mhm.
more as kind of pulling in forces that are already there to create something that can be put out into the world of the intentions that I want or need with divination.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds a lot clearer. And so you mentioned like Wickham and pagan. Are those synonymous with witch, or are those different?
They certainly can be. I know quite a few pagans. One of my roommates actually is a pagan witch, and she classifies herself more as a green witch, which is just any plants. Like she thrives off of the energy of plants and being able to grow and use those, which is very close to a kitchen witch, but she also enjoys like just having a fern for no reason but other than to bring in good energy.
Mhm.
So she's a pagan green witch, but I know someone that's a Wiccan that doesn't practice any witchcraft and just enjoys the, I guess the easiest way to explain it, but like the commandments, quote unquote, of what Wiccan is, which is kind of
Okay.
synonymous of like do unto others what you want to do, like with the Christian faith, but more if you do something bad to somebody, it'll come back to you threefold.
Okay.
So not necessarily commandments, but just that was the best way I can describe it. That can help people understanding with what's more
Yeah.
commonly known.
They're like guidelines for, if you're a Wiccan, this is how you should be. This is the life that you should try and live.
Yeah, exactly. Like do no harm, which is the same as the Bible. And then
Mhm.
again, the whole threefold, which is like to do a lot of stuff in threes. So that's why the whole threefold comes into play of if you do something bad, it's gonna happen to you 3 times worse. And it's kind of the same thing with karma. So yeah.
Okay. And so I kind of think of this as like what you were describing as like not creating something out of nothing. I feel like it's kind of like energy is how I would describe it. It's like
Mhm.
kind
So
of
it sounds like-
transferring energy, moving energy from one things to others. That's kind of how my brain pieced it together.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this episode is a good one to come out right after your most previous episode of the spirit world and the supernatural, because I genuinely feel they're very closely connected.
Mhm.
You like with the whole divination aspect of it, because I'm more familiar with that than I am with my kitchen witch stuff, because I until I have a kitchen where I know it's just me, or a kitchen where I know it's me and another trusted person that won't touch particular jars or open particular things,
Mhm.
then like I haven't been able to practice that just because of I don't want anything bad to happen to myself, to anything that is going to be allowing their energy to do those things, or that person that's accidentally messing with the wrong set of eggs,
Okay.
But with divination, I feel it's more using the spirits around me, and I know I explained this to you before, Hyram, but just things just kind of start clicking in my brain, and certain feelings, some things just call out to me, like particular colors or numbers, and they all connect to a story or a lesson that needs to be brought into light. So it's definitely external energy and forces that are helping with a lot of people that practice witchcraft.
And you feel like that's part of the supernatural, that external forces?
Yes, because
Partly.
there are some people that use witchcraft and have deities that they worship and pray to and give offerings to. I know I'm on Witch Talk for TikTok, so I see a lot of people that have the deity that they follow of Loki or Thor, a lot of Norse and also Greek mythology. It's just, it's very energy based and kind of asking someone to give specific energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's
Right.
what does a typical day look like for you when you're doing witchcraft? Because you mentioned like getting sun water or moon water, and like I have so many questions. I guess I'm asking a loaded question here, but just what does a day look like when you're practicing witchcraft?
Yeah, so I have a lot of crystals. I know Hyram has seen them because I gave Hyram a tarot reading. And I have a lot of crystals, and I have quite a few that are let's see if I can point at them, like right there, next to the window. That way when the moonlight shines on them, they kind of recharge. I make sure to do that every night. Then the ones that are kind of natural energy cleansers, they're over by my tarot cards, so the energy from my tarot cards is kind of cleaned out and renewed. But I just kind of switch out my crystals frequently so they're able to charge when necessary. That includes my necklaces and earrings, because I do have a couple different crystal jewelry pieces that I like to wear on a daily basis, just because it gives me the energy or the basically evocation of something that I want or need in that particular day. It's a lot of rose quartz for self-love, because both you know me well enough that that's kind of, I need that a little bit more than others.
We pretty much all need that.
Yeah. So those are the ones that I wear most frequently. So I make sure to, like rose quartz isn't supposed to be charged in the daylight, so you can charge them in the moonlight, or you can charge them on a selenite crystal, which if I'm out all night, I still wear my crystals. So I would put them on the selenite tower or selenite pad or crystal block and leave them to charge during the day. And then if they're at night, then I put them as close to the window as possible. And then I always be sure to, I just counted them before I hopped on, but I have 19 tarot and oracle decks that I have to shuffle around every month at least, just so they kind of get the energy back to them, because they all hold energy, and it's just important that I make sure that they have their energy continuing to be circulated. So that's just specific to my day in the life of how I practice witchcraft. Those are the main ones that I do for now.
Interesting. So you mentioned and you wear some of the crystal jewelry to give you energy throughout the day. Why, I guess? What's the purpose for that energy?
So anyone that knows me knows that I make a lot of self-deprecating humor. I talk down on myself a lot. Sometimes it's very concerning to a lot of my friends, and I'm like, no, it's a joke.
No, this is normal. This is daily.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't talk to yourself like this?
Like, this isn't normal.
You should hear the heavy shit I say to myself.
Yeah, exactly. So it's more as a way to kind of release whatever I do say away from me, because if you do talk down yourself a lot, like it's going to affect you. Depression is a real thing. Anxiety is a real thing. Self-esteem issues arise. But I wear 3 different pieces of jewelry that are rose quartz, and those are to promote self-love and to kind of cleanse your energy to be able to bring in love for yourself. And I also have malachite crystals. This is going to be a lot of information, but I have a little satchel of crystals that I put in my bra every day just because I feel like those are the ones that I need most regularly. So black obsidian to block out negative energy from anyone, not just me. Selenite, rose quartz, clear quartz, smoky quartz, just as a way to kind of regulate the energy that I expel throughout the day.
I see.
But they all do mean different things.
All right.
That's interesting. I have a list of questions here, like I usually do with guests.
Of course,
and
of course.
I'm adding another question
Okay.
to it,
So,
but
I have a question if I can jump in.
real
Kind of like
quick, let me just say,
go for it.
because we don't have Zoom Pro or whatever, it says the meeting's going to end in 6.5 minutes. So I'll start a new meeting here once it ends on us, but I'll give you a warning, right? Like about a minute before it ends. So
Okay.
Cool.
We can piece it together. Good stuff. So my question is, there's kind of like a stigma with witchcraft where people view it as, especially if you're not familiar with it, you view it as like this evil thing where you just like you're worshiping Satan and you do these crazy rituals to like to see demons or see the devil. There's like a lot of that negative stigma around witchcraft. Are like a couple questions. Are there witches that do practice that sort of stuff, or is that a type of witchcraft? And then like, have you experienced any like prejudice where people are just like upset with you because you mentioned you're like a witch or you practice witchcraft, and that's where their mind goes, and so they judge you pretty harshly? So
Yeah.
2 questions.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess the first part of that question, I'll touch base on. There are definitely witches that do that. And those are usually the ones that, I guess, quote unquote, break the code of the purpose of witchcraft, of kind of do no harm. Anything that you do will to someone else will come back to you threefold, things like that. So some people are able to also do hexes, which I know that with a lot of the people that do hexes or more of the quote unquote negative magic, they are either really intense, which can lead to a downfall because your energy should mostly be neutral to what kind of magic you're wanting to do. If it's good intention, great, but you don't want to be too excited for it because magic like this or energies can be very powerful. So example, kind of pulling back to what I talked about last episode that I was on with the abusive friendship I was in, I could have definitely done some sort of hex or a curse on him, but because I was so angry at him and because I was high strung with emotions, that could have really hurt him. That could have really hurt me. That could have done more than anticipated. And that would just not be, my intentions would not be in the right place to do that. And it's the same thing for people that do love magic, which I'm also against. I'm not the biggest fan of kind of going against free will or creating your own karma. However, there are witches that disagree with me completely and say sometimes need little pushes, but like, again, we're all different. But
open to interpretation.
Yeah. And then kind of going back to the whole Satanist aspect of it that you talked about, there are people that do have Lucifer or Loki as a deity. And even though Loki is technically not Satan, he's known as like a trickster. And a lot of people that, for example, I do have a friend that does have an altar that's set up, and one of her candles that she lights is for Lucifer, and he's
Okay.
helped her a lot with being able to know where her boundaries are and how to set them. Like he's very good at knowing, or for her, he's good at telling her, no, this is for you. You need to be selfish every once in a while. And that, in my mind, that is correct. And I think that's right for all psychology as well. You do need to be selfish sometimes, because otherwise you're just going to be drained and get yourself hurt.
Mhm.
So I guess the concept of Satan is still prevalent in witchcraft, but it's not what you would hear about with the all negative in Christianity or any other.
Yeah, it's not about
religion.
the big evil like possession type stuff. It's more just another god that can give you guidance throughout your life, pretty much. Another energy or spirit that can help you.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say, I will get to your next question, but because we do, or the second part of your question, but because we do have like a minute left, do we want to take our quick break and then get back into another call?
A little intermission.
Little intermission.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, just because I know I'm going to talk a lot about it. I have stories.
Ooh, yeah, we can do that.
Story time.
Okay, yeah. So, we'll be right back.